My name is Dennis Hassel. I am your captain, if that wasn't obvious. We're going to do party hats. You're going to be sent on a mission soon. Because when I was working for a non-profit organization, we decided that at every meeting, board meetings, production meetings, planning meetings, at every meeting, it would be an excuse for a party. It worked so well, it was so productive, that we tried it at our church. It was so working well and productive and fun that we decided that we would try it in classrooms. And it worked so well. Every meeting can be an excuse for a party and get your work done better than before. So we are going to take on a party hat. We're going to wear our party hat when we meet. So I want to send you on your challenge, which is in 60 seconds, to find a party hat that is not a hat. You have to transform something into your party hat. It could be very simple, like a piece of cardboard. Now this is what they used to call a folder in the days of paper in offices. Well, if you're in an office and not at home right now, you take one of these, cut it into an asterisk shape, and you've created a crown that will hold the hat in place while you're wearing it, a very adjustable sized hat. Or you could make something like from newspaper, you could make the old sailor's hat that my grandfather taught me. I don't know if some of you even know what newspapers are anymore, but we used to make pointed hats out of those as well. So find anything. You could even fall back on the B's, which is bags and baskets and bowls and boxes. All kinds of ideas. Your party hat cannot be a regular hat. Maybe you have an old boot with laces long enough you can tie under your chin. Find something with a story, something you can wear proudly as your hat, and afterwards you'll explain it to the others, whether your story is short or long, for the hat that you have made that is not a hat, but it is a party hat for our purposes. So you have 1 minute, and come back with your hat. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everyone has their hats. Now, in a big group or in breakout rooms of, say, 5 or more, tell the story of your hat and how you got it and where you made it. It may be a very short story. It may be an object that has a little bit of a story behind it, or maybe you fashioned something. But when people see it, they may have questions. Enjoy. You're in the hands of the first mate, and you have a few minutes to share the story of your hats before you go to the next challenge. Is this better? Is this more admiralty? You have been at sea for some time now. You've been adrift in a lifeboat for too long, and now you're all dying. Dying of boredom. Everyone in the lifeboat is withdrawing into themselves. So, you are going to make an imaginary friend out of a potato. This potato will be your Wilson for a castaway as yourself. If no potato is handy, then an apple or a big onion or an orange or a green mango or a crusty roll. Now, your kitchen and your office have all kinds of things to use for features on your potato. If you have tacks or pins, you are golden. You have to improvise things to be the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the ears, and hair. And you have a basic Where did the... Hey, where did that potato go from the props table?
You ate it.
I ate it?
You ate them all.
Oh! Okay, I did say you could use something else, like an orange. So you're improvising the eyes, the nose, the mouth, even the hair. And something for a hat would be good. Extra points if you have arms and feet. But you can cut off the bottom a bit for a base, or stick your potato in a cup. Now here's my first attempt. With your potato, you're going to have to imagine your imaginary imaginary friend. And if you use a baby potato, you can call it tater tot. Get your potato, all your pieces on a tray first, and then work on camera. So you can be jealous of other people's tater tots. And you can see each other as you work and talk together. The first mate will call a time of at least 15 minutes, and then you're straight into show and tell. And if you wish, you can award gold, silver, bronze, and a cardboard medal. The cardboard is the Nailed It Award for an epic fail. The winners get print screened, the losers become hash browns. Get to it. Everyone, for this challenge, is going to need some standard size paper like this, and at least one felt pen, not a fine point. Then in gallery view, you're going to draw a beautiful portrait of one person's face in less than a minute. You have to fill the page with their head outline, like this. Fill the page. No hair anywhere, no glasses, no skin color, just a face. You see it? Just the outline, not even the ears. You'll soon go out of screen share, and if my voice is too hard to hear, the first mate can read off the instructions by doing print screen of the very end of the video. That is the backup. The first mate will now turn on their mic, turn up their speaker, and without turning off my video so you can hear my voice, end screen now. So now you're going to pick a face from the gallery view and just draw the outline of their head. No ears. Go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. Now draw just their ears, picking that same person from gallery view. Anyone. Ears. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. Now about halfway down the head, draw their eyes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hurry, hurry, stop. Now draw their nose. 4, 3, 2, hurry, 1, stop. Now draw their eyebrows. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. And now draw their mouth. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. Now, add any features like dimples, cheeks, bags. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. Put your pens down. Hold up your masterpiece full size to your camera. And now the first mate and anyone else can now take a print screen of the whole gallery of raw portraits. Everyone hold your speed sketch up. Now,
you're all going to typecast. In gallery view, keep holding up the portraits so everyone sees all of them. The first mate has everyone quickly vote on each sketch of who it most looks like. And the same person cannot win 2 votes because everyone will have a portrait at the end. Now, if you have more than 12 players, the screens may be too small, so the first mate can pick 4 sketches at a time to vote on. First mate will pause my voiceover until the voting is over. On 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. So the voting is over, yes? And you can hear me. Now, everyone write the voted on name at the bottom of your masterpiece. Who did everyone say it was? Now, you have 30 seconds to add hair, glasses, color for the portrait of the person voted on. 30 seconds, go. "15 seconds left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bingo, bango, bongo! You have made something. Something personal for someone else. Don't forget to sign your artwork, because this challenge was really about affirming others for making the effort. Here's the finale. Everyone holds up all portraits in gallery view, so it's literally a portrait gallery, and anyone can print screen the whole gallery. You all pick and pin the top 3 sketches with the portrait held up beside the artist who drew it for print screen. And you can print screen the portrait of yourself as your avatar for the next time this group meets. The first mate will pop out now to pause my screen and my voice on the slide of instructions so that you can share screen and you can refer back to the list of steps if you need it. The first mate has the helm. I've seen a lot of strange things in the sea. And one of them are trolls. Trolls are as common in the sea as they are on land. And some are great, huge, ugly things. And some are very small. Gar. So we're going to pause here while everyone gets an apple and a small knife. Preferably a steak knife or a paring knife that isn't going to cut your arm off. Gar. Now, you've got your apples, you've got a small knife, a felt pen for drawing on it, a plate or a cutting board that you can work from on camera. So everyone, I want you to set out your materials, your apple, your knife on a plate where you can be in front of your camera and people can see you at work. So if you can tilt your camera down a bit so people can see your face and your workspace, you're going to do this together. You can talk with each other. You can see what each other is doing. Some of you will find good ways of doing things. Others will need a little help and get some ideas. So now everyone is set. You're going to carve a coarse head that when the apple dries will transform into a troll's head. I'm going to show you in photographs what I did over about 20 minutes. Look, this is not like a cooking show. I'm not great at this. It's not clever. I'm pretty bad at this. But I feel okay about my first try, and so you can too. First, you're going to be solely responsible if you cut yourself. So always cut away from yourself every time, and you should be fine. And the steak knife is good because it has a sharp point, and you can saw through the skin with it. The skin is hard to slice, and the skin is hard to write on with a felt pen as well. So even if you forget to always cut away with your fingers, having a steak knife means you're not going to really badly slice yourself. Again, for liability reasons, you are responsible for the safety in using a knife to cut a flippin' apple. All right? Now, first mate, if you have children working, you might pause after each step until everyone has cut up to that level. But otherwise, I suggest all of you adults watch the whole demo, and then everyone starts together, so everyone can see each other working, they can chat, they can ask questions, and everybody gets to go at their own pace. Some people will be really gifted at this, and some will be all thumbs like me. But it's fun to do, and the results will surprise you. So mark on an upside down apple at the forehead about 1/4 of the way down. We only want a small forehead so there's room for eye, nose, and mouth. Now you cut the nose mouth into a broad triangle. And then cut the upper lip wedge. So you are cutting around the lips, and the lips stay raised or stuck out. Now narrow the nose. And everything is written or drawn in proportion, so you have room to excavate an open mouth. If you started too low, the mouth will be underneath the curve of the apple and you won't be able to see it easily. That's the problem with the one that I did. I needed a bigger apple. I really recommend you get the biggest apple you can. So you're cutting back away from the lips. You've excavated the mouth, so the lips are forward, the nose is forward, and then you can excavate the eye sockets. You can shape eyebrows if there's room on the forehead. You can shape cheekbones. So don't cut away too much at once. I think it really helps to draw, as the photo shows, you draw images on your apple, your raw apple. Then cut away the ears. Make sure that the ears start just above the eyebrows, so the ears are not too low. When the ears are roughed in, then you can excavate the ear holes. You can shape the general head. Shape the back of the apple like a human skull. It curves in at the neck. And then you should be looking for eyes, teeth, and hair. You won't need them until after the apple head is dried, but you will need something for hair. Maybe it's fake fur, but maybe like my photo, it's just some cotton ball. And my teeth were just paper, the things you stick in your teeth. A toothpick. Thank you, brain. And you're only going to add them after the apple has dried and shrunken remarkably. Your apple is going to be 1/3 the size of what it is when you carve it, or less. So now you would have seen the progression of slides, and I am saying that you should dry the apple in sunlight for 4 to 6 days, or in the stove at about 205 degrees, not at 212, which is boiling. And that would be about 95 degrees Celsius. So 205 Fahrenheit or 95 Celsius for a slow drying period, like a kiln. This would be in the oven. You should go about 6 hours. Check it every 2 hours and turn it so it's not always sitting in one position. It will squish down and flatten if you don't move it and adjust it. Next time you meet, have a show and tell. You could vote on the top 3 apple trolls. A photo of your apple troll can be your avatar for future meetings. The first mate has the helm. Enjoy doing this together as if you're all sitting at one table and you can see each other. First mate, you have the helm. Don't cut all your fingers off. You have seen those delicious baking shows on TV and online, right? This ain't it. But it's interesting. It requires a different skill set and different talents than what we have so far explored. First of all, if you don't know how to safely use an oven, get some help, especially if you are under the age of 14. First mate, I want you to pause me here until everyone has set their oven to whatever temperature they think they need for baking. No help is allowed. So, now that everyone's back, we will continue. I'm going to give you the list of ingredients, but not the amounts. Just one of the ingredients we give the amount. If you haven't had much baking experience, this will be an interesting challenge. No help, and you have to eat whatever you make. Here's what you'll need in whatever amount you think feels right to bake a pastry. Take photos on your phone of ingredients list. This bake-off is a cake-off. Slide. Umpteen seconds per the script, and here is the voiceover for the slide. Cake for a king, Stephen King. No Googling, no Siri, or any help like that. You might try asking for help from the other players, but good luck with that. Many bakers' recipes die with them. Ingredients. Only the first ingredient comes with a measurement. The rest is your best guess for the amount. The flour is 1.5 cups. The sugar, butter or margarine, eggs, vanilla extract, baking powder, milk. Topping is your choice. Topping can be frosting or fruit, canned fruit, or icing. Icing is optional. Here's what we'll tell you if you want to do icing. Take a photo of this list on your camera. 2 cups of sugar, unsalted butter, vanilla extract, milk, food coloring. I didn't say what kind of sugar. Directions. There's no Googling, no Siri, etc. As soon as possible, preheat your oven at your best guess baking temperature. So mix, prepare, and pour ingredients into a shallow pan or a muffin tin. All of you are going to go to the ovens at the same start time. When time is up, 30 to 40 minutes as set by the first mate in advance, let it cool and then add your topping. Presenting on camera. In each turn, each blind baker takes 2 big bites and reports on the taste and the texture to all the players. We will put the ingredients and directions back up on camera, on screen in a moment. You are going to return to your webcam with your ingredients, your tools, your bowl, your cake pan, and point your camera down a little bit so all players can see you and your work in the gallery. So you're all going to be baking on camera together. First mate, when everyone has poured their cake batter into their pan or muffin tin, set your timer and send them all to their ovens. And it's going to be for 30 or 40 minutes, whatever the first mate thinks is appropriate. And this is important for rookie bakers. Don't leave your oven on and go where you can't smell it. It is not safe to leave a working stove. In our case, you should be doing your camera work close to the stove, whatever you're doing in your video conference call until the cake is ready. You've got 30 minutes to play games or get work done or whatever, but be within smelling range of your oven. Of course, use oven mitts to avoid burns, and you're responsible for your own safety. If you are unsure how to use a stove, ask advice of experienced bakers. And yes, be embarrassed. During your 30 to 40 minute bake break, as I said, you can play other games, you can have a meeting, or you can read aloud Stephen King's latest book, Hell Cake. The first mate has the helm. Get your phone cameras ready and pause this video on this slide, and for reference, take a photo of the instructions and the ingredients. Happy baking!